next with Thomas Geboy, weather rate certified 11 years in a row.
Good afternoon, Utah. I hope that you're having a terrific Tuesday. For a lot of spots across the state, it's been pretty nice so far today. We've seen partly cloudy skies, but it's been a little bit breezy, and those winds are only going to be increasing as we go throughout the afternoon as we have some pretty big changes in store. But if you're in the eastern portion of the state, I mean, Moab looks fantastic right now. We're sitting at 52 degrees. You can see the cliffs reflecting off the Colorado River and some clouds off in the distance, but that just looks fantastic. And what also looks fantastic is this view from Deer Valley. I mean, how pretty is that as we look off towards the Uintas Jordanelle Reservoir? A lot of fresh snow still to enjoy, but those temperatures, they are mild compared to what we have seen recently. It's already 41 degrees in Logan, 56 degrees in Salt Lake, and even Park City at the base, we're now sitting at 33 degrees, so even Park City climbing above freezing, and that snow line could actually get quite high as we get throughout this afternoon. We'll show you that coming up in just a bit. And it's already 55 degrees in Provo and 54 degrees in St. George. And the reason why we're seeing these mild temperatures are due to strong southerly winds. We're reporting a wind gust right now of 36 miles per hour out of the south in Salt Lake, while it's gusting to 41 miles per hour in Cedar City. And just about everybody along and west of I-15 is included within a wind advisory that will continue through noon tomorrow. We're expecting to see gusts between 45 and 55 miles per hour, but like the last atmospheric river event that we saw, we could see some stronger winds compared to what we're expecting when it comes to those wind gusts. And even for those of you east of this wind advisory, you're still going to see some pretty strong wind gusts through today. So if you're driving on those east to west routes with the high-profile vehicles, make sure that you have both hands on the wheel. Daytime highs coming in or just above our seasonal averages, mainly mid to upper 50s along the Wasatch Front. We'll get to right around 60 degrees in Salt Lake, and if we hit 60, that'll be the first time since November 7th that we've done so. 44 for a high in Logan, 52 in Cedar City, 66 degrees in St. George, and we'll likely find a daytime high of 63 in Moab and 66 degrees in Bluff. So mild temperatures all ahead of a cold front that'll be arriving tomorrow. But when we look at the satellite and radar and the bigger picture of things, you can definitely tell that changes, they are not too far away. Already starting to see a little bit of moisture finding its way into the southwestern portion of the state along with northeast Nevada, and a lot more where that came from. Got a strong storm system that's tapping into the atmospheric river, subtropical moisture coming in from the Pacific, and from tonight through the first half of tomorrow especially, that's when we're going to be talking about the best chance for widespread wet weather, with wet weather likely sticking around through at least our Wednesday. And on our mountains, expecting another healthy round of snow. We do have winter storm warnings for the northern mountains, the southern mountains, the central mountains included within a winter weather advisory. And these will begin later this afternoon and will continue through around 6 o'clock on Thursday morning. And for the higher elevations, we could see 1 to 2 feet for the northern mountains, 1 to 2 feet for the southern mountains above 8,000 feet, 6 to 12 for the central mountains above 7,500 feet. And like the wind advisory, strong winds are also expected in the high country as we go through today into tomorrow during the duration of those winter storm warnings and winter weather advisories. And with those warm temperatures, those snow lines could get quite high this afternoon into this evening, possibly 2 or above 7,500 feet in northern Utah, above 8,000 feet a possibility in central Utah, and possibly above 9,000 feet in southern Utah. But with a snow level above 7,000 feet in northern Utah, that tells us that we could see times of straight rain even in places like Park City. So for those areas that have seen a healthy amount of snow so far this season, if we do get heavy rain that falls on that snow, that could lead to rapid melting and possibly some localized flooding. There's another thing that we'll be keeping an eye on. But you'll see from this afternoon into this evening a good chance for wet weather really no matter where you are across the state. Even St. George will have a chance of seeing some rain. We might get a little bit of a break from tonight into the early stretches of the overnight, but things will ramp right back up as a cold front moves in. And during the early morning hours, this is likely going to move into northern Utah, still mainly valley rain and mountain snow, but the snow level will begin to drop behind the front. But the question is whether or not the moisture holds on long enough in northern Utah, because by tomorrow afternoon and evening, we could see that snow level drop down to the benches. Some forecast models show that could be a possibility, but during the second half of the day tomorrow, I think that best chance will be in southern Utah, where we'll also have the chance for a few rumbles of thunder before things calm down across the board as we go from Wednesday night into Thursday morning. But your expected snow totals for the northern mountains could see 8 to 16, but if you're below 7,000 feet in northern Utah, you might not necessarily achieve that. The Cottonwoods, 1 to 2 feet possible. Central mountains could see between 5 and 10, and southern mountains 10 to 16. And when it comes to our valleys, we're expecting mainly rain, but if we're able to hold on to that moisture a little bit longer, maybe the benches in our typically colder valleys could see just a little bit of light snow. But in St. George, that chance for wet weather increasing, rain and windy for our Wednesday, then mostly dry from Thursday into St. Patrick's Day. Temperatures will come down just a little bit with daytime highs right around 60 degrees this weekend. Then along the Wasatch Front, showers likely later today, then rain and windy conditions for our Wednesday. A slim chance early on Thursday, but we're looking mostly dry St. Patrick's Day into the beginning of the weekend before a slight chance on Sunday with daytime highs below our seasonal averages with overnight lows close to freezing.